Let me give you the truth about selling your home in 2026. This is not the market where you throw a home on the MLS, pick a number you like, and hope buyers fight over it. That market, it's gone. Today's buyers are smarter. They're more cautious, and more importantly, they're payment driven. They're comparing your home to every other home online before they ever step foot inside. So if you're thinking about selling, you've got two options. You can list like it's 2021 and hope, or you can list like a professional with a strategy. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 biggest questions sellers are asking right now, and I'm going to give you the real answers. No fluff, no, it'll all work out. And at the end, I'll give you a quick 60-second test to see if you're actually ready to sell or about to leave money on the table. First question I hear all the time: did I miss the peak? Here's the truth. The peak is not a date on a calendar. The peak is something you create. I've seen sellers list in hot markets and still lose money because they were overpriced, underprepared, or poorly marketed. And I've seen sellers win in slow markets because they created demand. So instead of asking, did I miss the peak? Ask this: what is my home competing against right now? And what would make a buyer choose mine over everything else? Because competition, not timing, is what protects your price. Question number 2, what is my home really worth? And this is where emotions get involved, because to you, your home represents years of memories, upgrades, and hard work. But the market doesn't pay for memories, it pays for perception. Online estimates, they don't walk through your house. They don't see the outdated finishes. They don't notice layout issues, and they definitely don't feel what a buyer feels when they walk in. Real value comes down to what was actually sold, what you're competing against now, your condition, and how your home shows. And let me say this clearly: the most expensive number in real estate is the one that makes you feel good, but isn't backed by reality. That number will cost you time and eventually money. Next question, number 3. Should I renovate or sell as is? You don't need to renovate everything, but you do need to eliminate what buyers will punish you for. I break this into 3 categories. First, deal killers. Things like roof issues, leaks, safety concerns, HVAC problems. These destroy trust, and when trust drops, so does your price. The second thing is high impact, low cost improvements. Paint, lighting, deep cleaning, decluttering, curb appeal. This is where the real money is made. And third is optional upgrades, only if the return actually makes sense. So here's the trap. As is not a strategy unless you understand the discount you're taking, because as is usually means fewer buyers, lower offers, more negotiation pressure, and more time on the market. The real question is, what's the cheapest way to remove buyer doubt? Because doubt is expensive. The 4th question, and this is the big one: how do I price it without leaving money on the table? Most sellers think, let's start high, we can always come down. And that sounds smart, but it's not. Overpricing doesn't create negotiating power. It creates silence. Buyers don't negotiate with homes they don't even go see. And here's what happens every time. You list high, showings are slow, no strong offers, you reduce the price. Buyers start wondering what's wrong, and now you're chasing the market. The first 7 to 10 days on the market, that's your window. That's when your home is fresh. That's when demand is highest. You don't get that time back. Now, question number 5. What happens after I accept an offer? This is where a lot of sellers lose money because they think the deal is done. It's not. That's when inspections happen. That's when buyers come back asking for repairs, credits, and concessions. And if you're not prepared, you get chipped away. $1,500 here, $3,000 there. Next thing you know, you're down $15,000 to $25,000 and you don't know how it happened. The smartest move? Get ahead of it. Pre-inspections, clear repair strategy, defined boundaries, and sometimes offering a credit is cleaner than opening the door to contractor chaos, because a calm, prepared seller keeps their equity. A reactive seller gives it away. Now, let me give you a quick 60-second test. If you're thinking about selling, ask yourself this. If you listed in 30 days, what are the 3 things buyers would immediately criticize? What are you competing against today? Not last year. If an inspection came back with a long list, would you feel calm or would you feel stressed? Do you know your true bottom line after all cost? And do you have a plan for your first 10 days on the market? If you don't have clear answers, you don't need motivation, you need a strategy. If you're in the Myrtle Beach area and you want help building that strategy, we'll map it out with you step by step so you know exactly how to prepare, price, and launch. And if you got value from this, I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest concern about selling right now? Drop it in the comments. My name is Greg Harrelson with Century 21 The Harrelson Group, and I'll see you on the next video.